This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is not meant to bully or harass anybody, and it contains adult content meant for mature viewers. I recommend listening to this in the daytime, and don't let it scare you. It's just a story. But I love the stories of the genie in the bottle and Aladdin and the mystic genies and the magic rings. I grew up with it, and it was the magic world that I escaped to when life was hard for me. And I remember, I haven't seen that one yet with Will Smith. My sources today are Jinn Universe by Rosemary Ellen Guiley, The Vengeful Jinn by Rosemary Ellen Guiley, and this is the book that opened my eyes. After I read this book, I felt like I had a spiritual awakening. It was actually very kind of spooky, but I got through it in like 2 days. I was so fascinated with this subject. And today I'm also using Good Magic by Marina Medici. So let's go ahead and keep on going. If you're wondering how this all started and how I got programmed to love this stuff, I saw The Witches of Eastwick on network TV on a Sunday night. It was back in the early 90s, and I saw that movie and I was enchanted. In this scene, they're flying around the room over the pool, and I wanted to be like that. And then I started studying tarot and magic, and it was just so fascinating to me. I don't recommend putting it into practice, though. Aladdin. I loved this movie. I had the video game, and that video game was so hard. And Princess Jasmine with the terrible attitude. Watching this as an adult, Princess Jasmine is just not nice. I think she's cute, and that's how she got away with, being a jerk. Something called Teeny Genies, and they're these little play sets with these little dolls, and she's got her little genie castle, and I hope she's not trapped in there. That'd be nice if she can come and go as she pleases. And they have one with water, and she's surfing, and it's just so enchanting, and little kids like this stuff. Dream of Jeannie on Nick at Night, and I love Jeannie. She had the coolest little house inside the bottle. It had like couches and pillows, and it was all pretty and colorful, and I loved her hair, and I tried to do my hair like her. And as an adult, I realized Jeannie was trapped in her bottle, and she had to obey her master. But she was really funny and cute. I enjoyed I Dream of Jeannie very much. And next movie, Wishmaster. You get what you wish for. Super scary movie. I actually only saw this just a few years ago after I became interested in this subject. So in this movie, the guy summons the jinn, this evil demon, and you get 3 wishes, and you can have any kind of wishes you want, but there's always a cost. So it looks real good, it sounds real good, but there's a price. In a scene, a woman, she asks the wishmaster to be beautiful forever, so he turns her into a mannequin. And this is the actor they picked. He did okay, but I thought they should have picked a more handsome man, just because the jinn are shapeshifters and they can be anything. The Enchantress in X-Men is an example of the jinn. In the movie, she is depicted as one perfectly, an ancient shape-shifting being with magic spells. And the jinn's true form is unknown. I heard they're incredibly ugly and they have black skin, but they can shapeshift to appear as beautiful as they want, to enchant you and to suck you in. I was talking about this subject with one of my friends, and she said, "That's the show American Gods." I've only seen a little bit of this show, but in this show, all these characters are jinns. and they all have their own powers and their storyline and their drama. And I only saw a few episodes, but here's another example of the jinn in our popular culture today. According to the stories, in the beginning, God created the jinn from fire, the angels from air, and the humans from the earth. And the jinn were jealous of the humans, but the jinn see the humans as a subordinate race. They were here first, and they are upset because they were cast out into another dimension. And I'm not sure what the jinn did to make God so mad, but he kicked them out. I would sometimes get fantastical ideas in my head, like I'm going to summon one and we're going to be friends and it's going to do favors for me. But that's not how it works. As you saw in the movie The Jinn Master, when the people made the wishes and it wasn't exactly what they wished for, I have a feeling it's something like that, and it's not something to be messed with. But the stories are fascinating. And I am friends with a Muslim man, and he gives me a lot of information about this subject. And he says during Ramadan, the gates of the underworld close, and no one can come in, no one can come out. So they're closed for 30 days. So if there's any of the beings stuck on the earth, they're stuck here. What if they're like, oh no, guys, wait for me, and the doors close, and he's like, oh man, I gotta hang out with these humans, what am I gonna do? So the jinn like to live in dark places and sewers, and they love stink. They love the smell of stink. In Western culture, Islam has become taboo. The Quran has been labeled as a hateful book, but the stories and the legends are almost parallel to the Bible. But Muslims have a better understanding of the paranormal and the underworld, and the stories are actually quite amazing, and it puts the pieces together. And that's why I said I had a spiritual awakening after I learned about this. Pazuzu Algarad was from a generational satanic family, and he practiced Islamic dark magic. His mother was so scared of him, she would barricade herself in her room. And remember, she was a Satanist as well, but she was just not as extreme as him. His house was completely trashed. It was a party house all the time. He and his girlfriend lived off of welfare together. And his girlfriend, Amber, started out somewhat normal, but she fell in love with him. So he didn't bathe, he didn't brush his teeth. His teeth were sharpened into points with a drill bit. And over time, Amber sharpened her teeth with a nail file. She became completely enchanted with him. And we will never actually know what happened in his house, but he partied a lot. It was described as anything goes. Remember that do as thou wilt, that Aleister Crowley saying, do whatever you want? Well, Pazuzu sacrificed animals. He was drunk all the time. He drank a 24-pack of beer every day. When he went to prison, he shook uncontrollably because he was detoxing. Yeah, he was going through DTs. And this is just a case of just incredible evil. One of their victims, I think he liked to travel with fish or something. He was like a free spirit that played the guitar, and they picked him up and they dismembered him in the basement. And when I try to comprehend how this evil can happen, I believe there are off-world entities influencing behavior. And if you let them in, it's just, you're asking for trouble. It is unknown how many victims Pazuzu Algarad had. He bragged about killing prostitutes, and prostitutes are really easy to kill, and they go missing and no one notices. And he had 2 girlfriends, and they were both pregnant with his baby, and somehow they both miscarried. The girls are in prison, and Pazuzu killed himself in prison. But he practiced the dark magic, and he would sacrifice animals and eat their hearts during full moons. and he was not getting his sacrifices in prison. And he warned he was going to kill himself, and he did. Pazuzu Algarad's MySpace is still up. It's myspace.com/Iblis666. So Iblis is the Islamic Satan. So this guy is super satanic. You could look at photos. Everyone loved to hang out with Pazuzu. He had a charisma about him. Everyone was drawn to him. At his house, you could do whatever you wanted. And he would pee on the floor. And God knows what they did with animal sacrifices. But this guy here, the title of the picture is Cool Andy's Cool Ass. And he has a tattoo that says Live Life. And he's on a serial killer's MySpace. What if he just showed up to that party? Didn't know what's going on, didn't know these people, and now he's on there forever. One unsettling thing about knowing so much about this subject is the magic is all too real. It's a deception that everything you see on TV is fake, and it's almost inverted. The movies tell more than the news, or they're more truthful. That's my opinion. You can go on eBay right now and buy a jinn ring. It comes with an incantation, and you can summon your being to do your deeds. Enchanted silver tone ornate ring, spirit bound. That one's $11, and it's beautiful with pink. I believe with any of these rings, if you do the magic under the right circumstances, and if you do, I don't know what they use, like blood or sand or leaves, flowers, who knows? But you can summon a demon. And kids, do not try this at home. Just remember the Wishmaster movie. Be careful what you wish for. You might get it. Paranormal spirit ring, royal green dragon, jinn genie. That one is $22, $21.50, and that's a weird looking one. You can go through what all of these mean. Like the gems, like every gem, the shape of it and the geometry, there's something magic about that. So the numbers, the colors, the certain light, it's fascinating. Ancient Jinn of 1,000 Wishes spell ring, $132. This looks authentic to me and looks powerful. Go do a bunch of drugs, look into this thing, and you might see something. Yeah. And someone could get like a ring from one of those machines where you put the quarters in it and it pops out in the egg. You put it on eBay for $700. Make up an incantation. That'd be cruel. I bet there's lots of people that do stuff like that. This one looks authentic to me. Satanic spell ring, forbidden dark power, wealth, wish, fame, health, demon, jinn. Those stones, I could not identify what they are, but they are mesmerizing. They're glowing. I'm learning with these rings and stuff, the glowing green, that is the spirit of life. There's something magic about that in alchemy. Fires of Hades, demon ring, dark power, revenge, money, jinn, satanic, dynamic, kodum, $700. But it's a beautiful ring. It's like gold with diamonds on it. Underworld demon jinn ring, wealth, sex, spirit control, all immense power. See the picture? And it's just a black ring. $169. This one's beautiful. It's pink, female jinn of wealth. So there's all kinds you can get. You can get ones for wealth, sex, power at work, who knows? Demon teacher ring, teaches spells, conjuring. That looks authentic to me as well. Look at that thing. It's like the dark crystal, like that movie. Beautiful. See how people get enchanted? I'm enchanted looking at these beautiful rings. Knights Templar Solomon jinn ring, paranormal ring. So there's 2 pages of these rings. This one, $30. But again, look at that green. It's magic. You put the right elements together and you might have a problem with your hand with a succubus. A sexy genie for wealth. This is how the succubus appears, but there's shapeshift in anything. In the movie Ghostbusters, where Dan Aykroyd, where the ghost goes in his bedroom and gets on him, that's a succubus, and they're not always nice. And those female genie wealth, look, oh, here's a gay one. You can get erotic gay incubus male. So for every taste, there's something for you. Wealth, Astral Malachi, Coven Ring. This one looks authentic as well. And then it comes with another kind of crystal. So again, you can do a bunch of drugs, look into it, burn some pink hellebore or something, and you might open a gateway to a world that you cannot close. And there, so have fun. You want a gin ring? That's what she presents herself to be, but they can be nasty things and you shouldn't mess with them. Now, there is a secret place on the internet that I cannot name. But I went and looked today, and sure enough, there is another sex demon thread. There is a sex demon thread on there every day. And it's the same thing over and over. It's incredible how much people go into this. I'm sure some people are just faking and pretending. But oh my goodness. I'll see posts like, hey guys, my succubus is out of control. Or hey guys, I can't get with regular women now that I've been with the sex demon. And the magic is indeed real. And some of these elements we shouldn't be messing with. It's not our world. We shouldn't be doing that. Sometimes people ask me if I'm a clairvoyant, and I am not. But I've learned to realize over a lifetime of study and pop culture immersion, it is in my knowledge and it's in my programming. And I have deciphered the images that I saw as a child that shaped me as an adult today. I wanted to be a performer. I wanted to be Britney Spears, Drew Barrymore, Gem and the Holograms. That's who I wanted to be. And thank you for listening to my show. And I really enjoy sharing all of this knowledge for you. I really do belong at a Renaissance festival, but I get cold feet and street performing is really hard. I tried to do that in Vegas once and I got mistaken for a hooker. And I made like $2 because I got so scared and I got yelled at. Like, that's a hooker, don't give her your money. And that was really embarrassing. And that's the last time I tried street performing. I hope you enjoyed that presentation. I sure love making it, and I couldn't do it in one take. But thank you all for being here. And now I need to float away on my magic carpet, and I'll see you next time. Good night.